Should I tell you that to a large extent, the man dictates what the sex of the child is? In case you do not know, now I'm telling you.
Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. How are you doing? And happy new month. Yes, I know it's been a while I uploaded a video. I am so sorry, but I'm sure you might be like, what's up with this one? I am so excited about this particular movie that I'll be talking about today. It's a story by Jumoke Odetola and directed by Jimo. You know, right? The title is Alakiti. Alakiti. Title of the movie is Alakiti. And I must say that this story was a good one. Like, it's been a long time I saw a story like this. And have I told you that Jumoke Odetola is gifted? Yes, I know, before you crucify me. What I stand for on this channel is to let you know my opinion. Remember, my opinion about the Nollywood movies that I see. So there are times when I would say the movie is good. There are times when I'll feel like it's not good enough. It's not what I was expecting. And there are times when I would say it's a no-no. But for this particular movie, Alakiti, I must applaud the work of Adewale and Jumoke Odetola. And before I go on, if you're new here, you're welcome. My name is Nollyreviews. Please don't forget to click the subscribe button, and after doing that, there is a bell button next to it which notifies you every time I have a new video on my channel. And like I always tell my friends out there on YouTube and wherever you are watching me from, I have a card link here that I have personally created for your enjoyment. Yes, it has some other interesting videos of my reviews and some other things that I talk about on my YouTube channel, so please feel free to watch it at any point in time. Now let's go back to the review. The title of the movie again is Alakiti, and this movie starred Yemi Blaq, Jumoke Odetola, Adewale, Yemi Solade, Sam Uche, Yorubaplus, among many other faces that I saw, and I was like, really, they are here? Like, they are not an all-time face that you will see in a movie, you know, but they have their own names and they have their own caliber. You know, they are people of their own respect. So I must applaud the work of everyone that acted in this movie. And most importantly is the message. Now you know where I'm going. As much as I love the productions, when I watch movies, I want to see the things that we enjoy around us. I want to see the reality in it. I also want to get a tangible message, which I got from this movie, and I was glad I watched it. The movie was well over 2 hours, yes. And I must applaud Yorubaplus for uploading this movie once and not dividing it. That was a good one. And for me, it was a 2 hours well spent. Now, let's go to the story itself. So we first saw Prince Adewale and Oyin, a lovely couple who had a daughter. And to me, it looked like they had good communication and they were good together. Until someone came from the village and the discussion came up, and Oyin said, I would like to see your village. I've never been to anywhere besides Lagos and all that. And so they embarked on this journey, which isn't a bad thing after all. You know, at least for you to know where your husband comes from, you know. But there are some issues I would like us to talk about as time goes on. But let's talk about the overall message of this movie, which I think is something that we should put to heart. And it's about culture. Yes. This is like the second or third movie that I'm watching recently that talks on culture and tries to tell us, you know, and tries to voice out that the bad things in cultures, you know, should be eradicated and only sustain the good ones. Bad things in the sense that anything that leads to destruction, whether of life, of properties, of anything whatsoever that is attached to culture, you know, should be dropped. This is like the second or third movie. I watched one by Mr. Igbe as well. Now let's talk about one important thing. And it's like I want to give you a short biology discussion, but I'm sorry, I really need to mention that at this point, you know, because I got so emotional at some point in this movie, you know, while watching this movie, and I was like, oh my God, in this age things like this happen even when you are learned. I'm talking about that scene where Mrs. Benson had to pour out. She filmed a lot. Did you see that scene? Like she was filming and she was pouring her heart out. Something like she has bottled up for over 37 years or so, like she said. Man, please listen to this. In case you do not know, let me give you a little biology discussion. Let's have it, right? Okay, so the way man and woman is created or are created is with sex chromosomes. Yes, we have sex chromosomes. And the man has 2, the woman has 2. But should I tell you that to a large extent, the man dictates what the sex of the child is? In case you do not know, now I'm telling you. Why? The man has both X and Y chromosomes. But for women, we have just X chromosome, even though it's 2, but it's just X. Meaning that whatever we do, we are still given just one X. The man has the power to either. So now it's just on the man. He has the X, he has the Y. So when it's the Y that hits the X, then we have the XY, which gives a boy. So why is it that in this age and time, someone will still, nail it on the woman that she's the one delivering female children? I leave you guys to judge. Remember, I have a comment section down below that I want you guys to please type in what your opinion is. Let's discuss it. Let's just talk about it. I want to know what you think about it, okay? Okay, so that was the biology discussion. Let's go back to the movie. So, the first deep issue that I thought about in this movie and I felt somehow about was when the level of communication changed between Adewale and Oyin once they got to the village. Did you notice it as well? I noticed it. Even before Oyin mentioned that Adewale was making her feel betrayed, and even though there is a part of correcting your wife, there is still a part of you defending her outside, and then you come back home where just the 2 of you are and correct her. Stuff like that. But the level of communication changed and she had to hear from the third party that he was actually running or he was actually going into politics. Really? I leave you guys to judge. The second one was that point where Adewale and Oyin's daughter was given this car. I will call it a car. Or is it a Mac? 6. Maybe if it was still 1-1, it wouldn't have been that bad, right? I'm just kidding. But she got sick. A poor child, helpless. Not only that, without the consent of the mother, Abba. Should we talk about respecting? I don't know. I don't want this video to be too long, because one thing I enjoyed about this movie was that the issues that were touched on are really heavy and deep things that if I keep talking about them, at length, then I will take much of your time. But that I do not want to do. I don't want to take too much of your time. So I'll just stop there concerning that. Now to the third issue, which I already gave you a biology discussion on. Please, in this age and time, don't let us nail it on the women all the time that they are the ones delivering the female children. Abba, it's not our fault. It takes 2 to tango. Yeah, it does. So it means when this happens, when children come to life, when children are being reproduced, the man and the woman, they should share equal, they should have equal share. They should have equal share. That being said, this movie touched on something important as well. And it's about taking care of ourselves. I know that a lot of people might not see this point, but it's about taking care of ourselves. Now I'm talking about Mrs. Margaret in this movie, the owner of the Blue Rose. Is it Blue Rose now? Blue Rose NGO. Would I say she didn't have time to take care of herself, of her own personal life? And so the bitterness that she had from the past kept eating into our career. You get what I mean? Yes, that was what happened. There are so many things that this movie touched on that I won't be able to mention, but if there is anyone that I am missing out, please use the comment section below and let this discussion continue. Let me know what you think about this movie, Alakiti. An interesting story, a realistic story, something that should be seen, something that should be shared, and let us just keep discussing it. you know. And the most important thing, like I said again, is the overall message, which is about culture. Don't let us be overwhelmed by civilization, and at the same time don't let us be overwhelmed by culture. There should be a balance. In my own view, there should be a balance. And just like this movie and some other movies, like I said earlier, I've been trying to voice out the bad things in the culture, in our cultures generally, should be, you know, should allow to die. Those bad things should be erased, and only the good things be encouraged. At this point, I was stopping here because I don't want to take too much of your time. But the description below contains the source of where to watch the movie for as many of you that have not seen the movie and you still feel like, I want to know what she's talking about. I want to see the movie myself. Feel free to check it at any point in time, you know. And let me know what you think about the overall message. Like I said, the Catholic Hub here is a love message from me to you for you to see my other interesting videos. Feel free to click it. If you are not subscribed, now you know what I do. Feel free to hit the subscribe button and the bell button next to it, which notifies you every time I have a new video on my channel. Till next time, stay blessed, and remember, God loves you. Do have a wonderful week and enjoy the month of October. See how time flies? It's October already. I can't believe it. Anyway, bye guys.